Fortuna GR Sport, the luxury of freedom unleashed.
iDiskiTV powered by World Sports Betting. iDiskiTimes.co.za. Next to me is a former Orlando Pirates captain, highest ever goal scorer in the history of Orlando Pirates, one of the finest midfielders that we've ever seen in the history of South African football. He broke through the ranks since he was a kid. Played for Amajita. The first time I heard of a team called Amajita, he had tinted hair with an Erskell and everything else that comes in between. Tso Vilakazi, one of the most iconic players to have ever played football in South African football. Always a pleasure for me to sit or stand next to him. So, the reason why we're shooting this video is because we are ushering ourselves into something they call the second round. Of course, you play 15 matches. It's 13 total, but you play 15 matches against the same teams, and you play 15 matches against the same teams again. Sometimes home, sometimes away. But by the end of it, you would have played home and away against each team, and then you are crowned as national champions. We say you are the kings of South African football. Unfortunately as well, we also say to the ones that have been relegated, we say you are no longer part of this manna from heaven called the Betway Premiership. That's number 16, and then number 15 plays a playoff. So we're about to start the second round. Number 1 and number 2 are the Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. They've signed players. They're excited as they are about to fight it off to the end for the title of being South African national champions. So Vilakazi, you are former national champions. How many times? 2 times? 3 times?
2 times with Pirates, yes.
I mean, I wish I could have that. If I could win the league 2 times, it's ridiculous.
And Mr. Gil, it's something that you're not going to stop.
It's brilliant.
You
You'll
get it
always,
once,
until the day that you die, you'll always be a 2-time league winner.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's such a prestigious title.
Oh, man.
Yes. You are a national champion. Good to see you, Mr. Tso. Before we get there, there's the AFCON this weekend. We'll touch a little bit on the Nedbank Cup. A little bit as well. Who do you think will win the AFCON, Senegal or Morocco?
Senegal.
You saw the Nedbank Cup draw. Comora, Mamelodi Sundowns, Chiefs, Stellenbosch, Pirates, Chakuma. You like those draws? You like the look of that?
Yeah. Mr. Gil, I think we'll say
Yes,
Mbuliso chairman, ngibulisa namakhaya ngiyani support njalo iDiskiTV nje beke nje njalo ngishike futhi. It's so exciting Mr. Gil, to see also these other young teams, look at the Comoras on the face of the Pirates. I mean, Mamelodi Sundowns, and yeah, it's so exciting.
Good opportunity for them.
Very good one.
Do you know the owners of Comora? Familiar with them?
Yeah, I met him. I met him when he still had that team. Yeah, also in Midland. I just forgot the name. Barbero.
Oh, yes. It's the same owner?
Yes, yeah, I think it's the same owner.
Wow,
yes,
nice
I hear that it's the same owner.
And he always was looking out for former players.
Oh, yeah.
I remember Ace was signed by him as well.
Yes.
Barbero. Okay,
Yeah,
it's the same owner.
What a good guy.
Oh.
What a good guy. Yeah.
Nice one. So it will be a moment in the sun for them. Uguti, for that weekend, we are talking about Comora against the Sundowns.
Yeah.
Same with the TTM as well, the Chakuma. We already know them, but they've been relegated from the NFD by APC.
Yes.
Good opportunity for them to play a big team in Pirates as well.
Yeah, especially for players, Mr. K. This is an opportunity for players to sell themselves. It's always difficult for them when they bring a APC and NFT that maybe they'll get that recognition. But now when they're going to face Orlando Pirates, it's always say, hey, the door now is open. It's for you to put yourself in that door, so that, when they call, anyone can come in, then you can go in. So
and Darko Blue, they will be on television.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, you play against,
goes without saying.
You play against us, big team like us. There's no way the game won't be televised because, everyone wants to, especially as you see the season. And as you see the season now, there's no way that Pirates they won't be televised against those young teams.
It's a tough draw for both Chiefs and Stellenbosch. Quickly, we need to move on to the title battle.
Mr. K,
it's a tough for both.
It's tough for both. But here's the part. Now, it's a very tricky one. And I just want people to open their eyes. Steve Barker's is no more there.
It's Coach Gavin Hunt.
Yeah. Gavin Hunt.
Former Kaizer Chiefs coach.
Yes, you can, maneuver there and there. But one thing is that it's not going to be that Stellenbosch that we are all scared of. That's still
Well, I mean, the proof will be in the pudding. So I'm full of piggies on it because we don't know. But what I'm trying to say was that Singaba Deleli, because yes, we have to respect the job that Coach Steve Barker did.
Yes.
But maybe if this is when we will know Uguti Lendo Bayenza is system or this is when we will know. Because if it's the system, because we were suspecting Uguti it's a system. The system is about Antonio van Veek, batting overseas. About Ashley Dupree, Dino van Rooyen, Jaden Adams, all of this. So about Mendieta as well. You know, so we thought that maybe it's a combination of a coach and a system. We will see through Coach Gavin Hunt, Uguti, was it really a coach or was it really a system?
You know, firstly, I will say we all questioned because, you know, we all knew Steve Barker from attacks that we were not really comfortable and really believing that he can do what he did at Stellenbosch. And one thing is that, Mr. Nkeo, sometimes, yes, I agree with you, and that's so powerful that we don't know whether it was the system of Stellenbosch or it was the coach who came with that system, and we will see that with Coach Gavin Hunt because season in, season out, they always get his top players, but he's always finish up on third. Always. Like season in, season out is always third position, playing Confederation Cup. They take his players, but next season, he's got quality players. Again, is their top three. So, yeah, we will wait and see. And we all know Gavin Hunt. But, you know, the thing is that I'm not really too sure when I'm secure that even if it's the system from the club, I think the system in Coach Gavin Hunt, I think it's going to clash somehow.
Yeah, I would have loved Coach Eric Tinkler there because I think that's a guaranteed job. 7 years, 10 years. It's a guaranteed job. If you do, I think what frustrated the coach Steve Barker, and he took a very big job with Simba, if I'm not mistaken. That's a very big job. That's a continental team. Maybe also he needed to challenge himself as well, because we remember that domestically he's never coached a big team that way. So it's been Tugs and someone else, and then Stellenbosch as well. So his Simba is as big as it gets. That's Chiefs and Pirates in Tanzania. The frustration maybe for him to be enticed away was that siyakhulisa la siyatengisa. When are we going to shoot? Because now I think they're currently 14th or 15th. Currently, because they keep on selling and maybe that was his frustration. But all the best to Coach Gavin Hunt as well. We'll see how he will do there. The Nedbank Cup will be playing somewhere in February. It was an interesting draw, lovely draw to watch as well. Let's look then at the topic of conversation for today. We are on Monday. We'll resume the battle between Pirates and the Sundowns. Sundowns, of course, playing against Orbit College. We're not going to talk about that game, but we'll be covering it on Monday. The signings, so correct me if I'm wrong and maybe I'm misleading people, but I'm interpreting these signings both from Iqalele Pirates and Iqalele Sundowns. It's a statement of intent by both teams to say, kulwa thina apha, sithi abantu abazabazintshatsheli. We are the ones who are going to be battling ultimately. By the time you look at the league in May, it will either be Pirates or Sundowns who are the league winners, because it is they who are taking out the checkbook. It is they who are pushing for Ama signings. Do you read the same thing, Guma signings? Uguti, they are now strengthening and they want to open the gap from everyone else.
Mr. Geo, let me say this. Well done to Orlando Pirates. I will say, the guys that are behind the scenes, you know, Nkosana, Mpumi, and the technical director, obviously led by Dr. Ivan Koza. Especially those guys, I think they've learned in the game. Remember, Mr. Geo, there was, I think it's the season before last, where Orlando Pirates were playing well, and we were like, you guys, you are in the right way now in terms of challenging for the league with Mamelodi Sundowns. And come the period of January, they didn't sign.
It was last season. They failed to sign a police from Bulumana City in January. They were number one. January last season.
And you know, that it tells you about football. You know, one thing I love about this game is that when you don't have that experience, and we will see. And then when you gain that experience, again we will see. And I see now that they've learned that if you say you want the league, you need to show. You need to get, the good players that you think they will come and add the value in the team. And what Orlando Pirates they did now, well done to them. You know, they are saying, hey, we mean business. We are not saying we won the league by, you know, talking no, but our actions speaks louder than the mouth, because we get quality player. I mean, when talking about Sundown, it's not just a player. No. We saw him in the AFCON. One of the best players that I think, you know, he gave us a headache also in our national team, Bafana. So he's a quality player. He's always gonna add the value in the team. He's gonna say again to the guys that are there, hey, you miss to lose. Because if I can get that opportunity, I'm gonna grab it with both hands. And Sundowns also, they're saying, look, we saying to you guys, yes, we've got the best team, but you know, we need the best again. We need the best. We need to about football, Mr. Gil, if you want to achieve more, you need to go more. You need to strengthen your team.
Can't stand still.
No, you don't, because you know there's the
you could have injuries if you're standing still. If you're not signing, you could have injuries.
Also confidence, yellow cards, and you know sicknesses can happen at any given time.
Yeah.
You know, these are the things that you need to, when you plan for the second leg, you need to look at those things to say, what if maybe this one gets sick, or this one gets yellow card, this one gets a red card.
Just talking about that, so you would be speaking about this from experience as a two-time league winner.
Yeah.
How would a Gordon Egerson, would he, even a Roy Barreto, which you won the league, those are the two coaches you won the league from, or with, what is it that they're thinking now? Because you know what's interesting, so I don't want us to talk about this, but what's interesting is that I think that if Gordon Egerson, and even not Dr. Jomason, if he had the depth, he was going to look at himself ku number 4, Chiefs, or Iskukuna ku number 3. And Abonaguti were 4 points away. Yeah. Then he was going to do tricks to get himself as close as possible. By the last month, we must still be 3 points away. Yes. Now let's go back to being a contender. Number 1, so go first 6 months or go first 15 matches. Yeah. What is Coach Gordon Egerson and Coach Roy Barreto saying about how to approach those games? Ukubaleka go 1-0 win, for example, because sometimes you're chasing a game, you score one goal and then just close the tabs when you have a 1-0 win. Mr.
Gil, I also, by playing coach by those coaches, I've also learned to say, there are games where you need to go all out. There are games that you don't need. You don't need to go all out. Just say to yourself, you know what, this game, I can lose maybe against Sundowns, I can lose maybe against Chiefs, but I cannot lose against Arrows. I cannot lose against Polokwane City. You know, they sit down with players, and then he makes his calculations.
So you would be in a meeting. Let's describe it for people. Yeah. Under Coach Gordon Egerson, you would be in a meeting. Yes. 20 or 25 of you in a meeting, and you would list second round, it's now 15 games left. Yes. What would he say about those opponents?
No, definitely. I remember, as you just said now, I remember we were sitting there, we had 5 games left. Then he said to us, guys, we've got 5 games left, those are 15 points. But when I look at those games, one, we've got Chiefs last game.
Difficult game.
We've got Ajax second last. And then I think it was Santos, I think there's Rangers and is it Silver Stars or something?
Sure.
Then he said, guys, look, these 3 games
must win.
For me,
must win.
Look,
no excuses.
If you have to die in the field, go and die. If you have to die in the field, go and die. Then against Ajax, because Ajax they always give us a headache. They were always giving us a headache in Ajax. And they said, look, guys, against Ajax, let's decide. We want to go for the kill, or we'll need a draw.
Because we can get that 1 point.
Yes, we can get a point.
The way you approach the game, you can get the point.
Yes, we can get a point against Ajax. And it was so difficult. Mr. Gil, whether you play Ajax home or you play Ajax away, it was so difficult to face them. And I remember we played against them in Springs in the evening. And he said to us, guys, what do you want? Do you want to go for the kill, or you just want to sit? And if you want to sit, then so I don't need you next to Poland. leave Poland alone.
Hlala midfield.
Come and stay here in the
Hlala
midfield.
midfield, yeah.
Come and sit here because if you're gonna go
You're
there.
happy to get a draw there.
Yeah, we're happy with the draw. So because if you're gonna sit there in the midfield, I know that no one is gonna pass through us. But if you're gonna go there, maybe one will cheat.
Do you remember if you got the 3 points or a draw?
Yeah, we won. We won the game.
Nice.
We won the game 3-1, and I think I remember I scored a goal also
Sure.
in that evening. We won the game 3-1.
And then Chiefs, anything can happen because it's a derby.
Look, the game was done. The league was done actually in that evening because after we won the game, then the trophy was there. We got the trophy.
I remember that night.
Yes,
The night
yes,
that
yes.
he took the ball, then Oyibeka.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I remember
yes.
that night. That it's irrelevant whatever happens with Chiefs.
Yeah, no, yeah. With Chiefs, it was like, and I remember with Chiefs,
It was a
fun.
midweek game, that game.
Yeah.
It was on
In the
Tuesday or
evening.
Wednesday,
No,
yes.
It was
in
Wednesday
evening.
in Springs.
It was in the evening, I remember
Yes.
now.
We won that game, and then we got the trophy. Everyone was happy. And then come weekend, and then he said, look, whatever you
That's
want
what we wanted in the first place.
Yeah, yes.
That's what we
Actually,
wanted. We wanted
it
to
went
win the
for
league.
us.
Yeah,
Yes, we want to
wanted
win the league, and how we structured in terms of getting those points, and the ones that we can lose and get a draw, we manage. And now we said, here's Chiefs, it's up to you. You want to win, you can win. You want to whatever that you want to do, but it's up to you. And the guys said, look, let's go and play. If we win, we win. If we lose, we lose.
You are league champions already.
Already we're champions. And so that experience, Mr. Gale, it plays a part. And that's why it's so important that in our teams, we need to have people that they've been in the game for a long time, that they understand that, look, I cannot face Sundowns and say to myself, I'll beat them. I can say, look, I'll play against Sundowns. Even if I lose, it's still okay. But I cannot lose to Purukwana City. I cannot lose to Makesi, to Arrows. I cannot lose to those ones. Those ones, it should be 3 points. But with Sundowns, I can minus them.
And the other danger is always that you cannot lose to teams that are going to lose to Sundowns. So Sundowns might land Makesi, Purukwana City, Golden Arrows. They might take those points.
Definitely.
So now you're going to have to, because you're fighting the same battle, you have to beat those teams.
Yeah.
Now then, I ask you that question because I know that do you suspect Uguti in the discussions, the Pirates and the Sundowns, and you can see with the signings,
Yeah.
that's how they're starting to see it now. That's why they're strengthening where they need to strengthen. They didn't sign Nje. They didn't sign 5 players for no reason.
Yeah.
They strengthened in the areas that they needed to strengthen.
Mr. Nkeo, you know, when they open now, before as they're going to start now, I'm 100% sure that they had a chat. They had a serious meeting where coaches and players, they had to sit down and structure in terms of who are we going to shoot, who are going to fight, with our hands, who are we going to kick, who are we going to push. Because, you cannot fight everyone with same way.
Absolutely.
You need to change. Some you need to shoot from the distance. Some you need to come closer. Some no, you don't have to go closer. It's okay when you stand here. Just close the space. You need to put a structure in that, and that's why they came up with all these plans of saying we need for this of shooting. We need. I think Msandana can help. When maybe a police, maybe Mfuke, maybe Moremi, they're not in good form. He can come in and do something. Oh, okay. All right. No, we lost Ulontuzana at the back. Umbogazi at the back. No, the boy is very good. He can, put a screw there. Yes, even though Nda is back, Sesana is back. Obviously, CMI.
You never know what the recurrence of the injury.
Yeah.
They could play 2 matches and
then out. Yeah. Same applies to Sesame. Maybe can come in and then all of a sudden now he goes down. Because remember that
it's been a long time.
It's a long time, and again the pressure that they're going to get. Remember, Mr. Keo.
Let me ask you something. I'm so sorry to cut you, but just on the second round thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel it as players? So you were telling us about what Coach Gordon helped you with as a leader. When you go to malls and you see Amapagania or Amakos, if you play for Chiefs, that was 15 years ago, 20 years ago now, and they say to you, Nisha is Sundowns. We don't want them to win this league. Do you feel this pressure, or every match starts to feel like a final in the second round?
Mr. Nkeo, playing for a team like Mamelodi Pirates, there's always pressure. I remember those days it was sometimes difficult for me to even go to the mall, because how these people, they want the league, how they wanted to beat Sundowns, how they wanted to beat the Chiefs. It's always a pressure. And especially, just imagine when we're just talking about only a game you know. But now it's totally different when you are looking at the league. You know, pressure of looking for the league and looking for the game is totally different. And now the boys, I'm 100% sure that both teams, those boys, they feel the pressure. The pressure of saying, you guys, you need to continue showing us why you've won the past 8 years. You need to show us again. Not that it was a fluke, because we'll say, no, you were lucky because Paris, they didn't sign players, Chiefs, they didn't get quality players, or maybe Amazulu, they don't have quality players.
Skukune lost form.
Yeah, they lost form last minute, where we thought Skukune will come to the party. Stellenbosch, when we were there, we thought Stellenbosch will take it, but you know, you guys who did it. It was not a fluke. Show us. Orlando Pirates, now they say, look guys, as big as we are, we cannot say we are big when we can't win the league.
Is it possible that as a Pirates captain, you are fighting against Chiefs? At the time, Chiefs would be in the picture as well, and Sundowns.
Yes.
And also you are communicating with players. Njengoba Pirates captain.
Yeah.
Uyakhuluma abangena abadlali be-Chiefs ukuthi so nidlala na league or Sundowns players. Is it possible? Can you see it even with these current players? Ukuthi abo Debza, maybe they are on their phones laughing at abadlali be-Pirates, maybe trying to get them out of their head because it's Pirates who are at the top now. Maybe Debza athumela umlayezo kumahopa ukuthi no, we are chasing you guys. Is that because that's not a world that we know as fans? I'm a fan too. It's a world that you guys know.
So, because no, Mr. Gay, you know, I'm laughing because you know it was fun, Mr. Gay. It was fun at that time because we used to talk, you know, we used to talk, and most of them that we got selected with them in the national team, and we will talk there, and others will say, yeah, I'll kick you. The other one, I want to see you're not going to score. The other one, you know, it was fun, but definitely we will talk. Mr. Nkeu, I remember at some point we had to bet. I'll put it out there for everyone. I was staying next to Serenzam. So we were close to Serenzam. Yeah, Skoko. So we will meet around the nature and and then we'll talk and then say, you see, please, this time, not double up. Look, we're gonna put Nongomashe, they're gonna stay with you, and then I'll cover Nongomashe, and Fabian is gonna be there. So the three of us will make sure that you don't cross there. And then as soon as we close you, we know there's otherwise they don't have a plan. So forget, we're gonna get upon us. Hey, Baba, hey, and then you know we will talk and laugh and we'll end up betting. Okay, look, when we've got a bonus, okay, I'm not bonus, but the bonus is gonna be that 3 points I'm gonna get from you. So you. I'm 2 triple up. Man, for me, came in, I'll pass there. Shall you take 18 and then please. It was fun, Mr. Nkeu, you know, about Serele, Fabian, we will talk.
You're trying to get into each other's heads.
Yes, you know. How, you know, the other thing was that how proud we were in terms of playing for our teams. And we will boast, you know, even our talent and the players that I've got. About the late Kifty Leremi, may his soul rest in peace. The late Manyatele, may his soul rest in peace.
A slow poison.
Abu Makaj, which is Mr. Gay, you know now think about my goosebumps because you know I just get that feeling.
Let's come back to 2026. Let's come. Thank you for that experience, and you can't buy it from the shop as well. Yeah. I can only ask you this.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Thank you.
Let's come back to 2026.
Yeah.
It was nostalgic. I love this. I love this part. Pirates, and I said this to Junior as well. Their advantage is that they don't have continental football.
Yeah.
Yonke into mosinento ba kona apho uhluleka khona kube khona apho ubhonqa khona. That means there's spaces where you have an upper hand and then there's spaces where it's a disadvantage for you.
Yeah.
Sundowns, their advantage is that they've experienced players who've done this 100,000 times.
Yeah.
8 times in a row.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one is more, or which one, I don't want you, and I said this to Junior as well, I don't want you guys to tell me who's going to win.
Yeah.
So Kobeka, we're working. I need you guys every week here.
Yeah.
I can't abuse you once off. Go to one or win a league, and then it's like, no, we're going to continue doing matches anyways. And at some point, those questions will come up. Which one is more important? The experience of winning in your eyes, or they don't have Champions League anymore. That means they can focus on the league, and already they have 1 game in hand. If they win it, they are 5 points ahead. Which one will be more important?
Mr. Nkeu, both teams are in a very good position. I'm saying this because One, it's good. You don't have too many games to play. Your players will get a rest. That's also good. And also for Sundowns to play, to have that momentum again, it's also good for them.
Mara ukhumbule Tso ukuthi
Yeah.
unokukhala ucoach Rulana.
Yes, I
Ukuthi
remember.
sibuya Egypt.
Yes.
I-PSL icela ukuthi sidlale 3 days later.
Yeah.
Nathi futhi sikhulumele for sometimes because we
Yes.
have to be fair.
Yes.
And we say please PSL please you can't kill our chance
Yeah.
of getting an African champion. Our as in South Africa.
Yes.
Of getting
The CAF Champions
a
League.
continental champion, yabo.
Yeah.
So siyacela ukuthi nibenzelele like to a
Yes.
stretch. So there is a point where kule traveling ga Wednesday, Sunday, there's a point where if you were coming from Morocco, if you were coming from and North Africans are always in the semi-finals, quarterfinals
Yeah.
of the Champions League,
Yeah.
where it kind of
And,
affects you domestically. And this is why Coach Peter would mention it. This is why Coach Rulana would mention it. So it's not to say that I'm saying you must say Sundowns have a disadvantage,
Yeah.
but I'm saying historically we've known through their coaches and the players ukuthi iyashaya le nto yokuthi you have to go up north, travel 12 hours to come back to South Africa, and you play a match a day later.
Yeah, Mr. Kiel, the body also needs to rest and get that recovery. But sometimes they always say you put yourself in that position, then you just have to deal with it. And yes, it's not in a bad way that they put themselves in that position, so no one needs to feel sympathy for them. No, I'm not putting it that way. We always feel sympathy for them because they are pride of South Africa.
Yeah.
And when they go out there, they represent South Africa. So we need to really also consider that, the traveling part, it kills the body. It kills the body because, you don't just take your 1 hour flight and then you are there, you can do your recovery, have a nice sleep, more than 9 hours. You don't have that luxury. So you travel in the flight for about 12 hours, right there in the air, and then you get home, your body doesn't want anything, and then now the team, they want you to go into the recovery. It takes a lot out of the players, But yeah, Mr. K, that's why I said.
And then there's a part of they've experienced this.
Yeah.
So it's their advantage. Which
Yes.
They won't be doing that up
Yeah.
and down.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
then with Sundowns, it's not that it's something new.
Yeah.
They've experienced it. Maybe that experience can carry them over the line.
Yeah, that's what I said. Both of them, they are in an advantage and a disadvantage, both of them, because, that traveling, it will play a part sometimes where it will kill the body. But when you look at in that momentum of the team playing, growing up the confidence, understanding more each other, creating lot of chances, scoring those goals, the confidence is high, Also,
Which team would you rather be in this instance between the two of them?
To be honest, Mr. Nkeo, I'd rather be Mamelodi Sundowns. Why I'm saying I'd rather be a Mamelodi Sundowns is because it will help me to realize and see my mistakes and my strong points in the game. If I play over and over, every after 3 days.
I'm saying in the picture of these two teams fighting.
Yeah.
Other one, no continental football.
Yeah.
They are effectively 5 games. They are 5 points ahead.
Yeah.
It's 2 now with the
Yeah.
game in hand.
Yeah.
No travel.
Yeah.
And then the other one travels. Of course, it's an expensive squad. It's a very good squad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
which of this side would you rather be at this point, maybe as a coach?
Yeah, obviously. Mr. Nkeo, like I said earlier, there's an advantage and disadvantage. But, you'll always want fresh players every now and then. You'll want the players to be nice and fresh for each and every game. But it also says you've got fresh players. But how about the momentum? Are they keeping the very same momentum that they had last week? It also plays a part. So it's a very tricky one when we have to choose between the two, because as a coach, you want these two things that are happening in these two teams. There's no other coach who doesn't want to have time to rest and also have time to play those games so that to keep the momentum. But yes, with Sundowns, with the experience of Sundowns, I mean, you cannot, you'll cry because those are human beings, but you've been there, done it before several times again. So that means you have found a format of saying, we're playing this type of competition. This is how we're going to structure the team.
The formula.
Yes, the formula.
Well, the interesting thing, as we're about to wrap up, the interesting thing is that maybe this is the first time since the season 2020 where Chiefs was 13 points ahead.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see that Sundowns has the formula, they have the experience.
Yes.
But what they've been doing in the last 5 years, they won the league, of course, 8 times in a row. But in the last 5 years, since the 2020 season, what they've been doing is that they've been leading from the front.
Yeah.
And then now, psychologically, it might look different because they're coming from behind. Anyways, we're speculating here. It's a lovely conversation.
Yeah.
We don't know what's going to happen.
Yes.
And that's the beauty about it. Yeah. It's the element of surprise. I need to ask you one more question. I have to ask you this. Pirates on 28 points.
Yeah.
Sundowns, 26. Sekhukhune and Chiefs are 24 and 23, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That's not too big of a gap.
No.
I want to squeeze in those two and their possibilities for at least 2-3 minutes. Uti, can you see a possibility? People who can make things happen. Because I think the reason why I'm saying this,
that they can spoil.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because the reason why I'm saying this is like
you.
it seems like the Chiefs is accepted. I think number 4 gets a grand in terms of not signing, strengthening.
Yeah.
And I'm not criticizing them. I'm saying like this is such a good opportunity.
Yeah.
You know, because now and then of course other teams as well. Like Sekhukhune would be licking their lips. Someone else would be licking their lips. About Gordon. If Gordon was coaching Ajax Cape Town, which he dragged them to number 2 and lost the league in the last game.
Yeah.
He dragged them to there, but maybe at some point in that season he would have been number 4.
Yeah.
But was Saunders because abantu bakudala babenamaqhinga. Like babenengqondo enamaqhinga. Do you see any possibilities with those two? I'm not asking you to say they're going to win the league, but is there anything you would do? Like, let's say you were the technical director there. Would you not see this as an opportunity? Sekhukhune and Chiefs.
Mr. Geo, I if I was a technical director there, I would say, guys, as much as everyone is looking at this too, here's an opportunity. We have to play against Pirates second league. We have to play against Mamelodi Sundowns. So if we can beat the rest and make sure with these two that we get a point and a point, we'll be talking different language. Remember, Mr. Keu, when you need to play against somebody, that means you still have an upper hand. That's Chiefs they've got an upper hand. There's a derby that is coming in. They've got an upper hand.
They have 2 of them actually.
Yes,
it's interesting.
So that means that's 6 points.
Yeah.
That is 6 points. And then now you're looking at this Sekhukhune. They still have to play against Pirates again. That's 9 points. So if you look at that and say, as Chiefs, if you get these 6 points from Pirates, where are we? We come against Sundowns. We play a draw against Sundowns. Where are we? You know,
but Leondole, I agree with you, so. But this is a sign and then coaches. That is the other challenge. Is that with this we would now be seeing okay, we have arrived good January. It's not the foot AFCON.
Yeah.
Yes, there's 2 or 3 weeks to not think about anything else. People are not looking at us. Change coach, sign 3 or 4 players, and then you are there because you're saying to that coach, Joe Ngaman Pizza. Apa, it's not 4 points.
Yeah.
We can afford to dream.
Yeah. Mr. Geo, you know, that's why I always say this game, you cannot buy experience. You must earn it. And, you know, sometimes people are getting confused, Mr. Geo. You can be in the game for a long time, but you don't have experience of the very same game that you've been in.
Yeah.
So, I want people to listen to me. Don't be confused. Doesn't mean that you've been in the game, then it means you've got experience. Because decision making, that's where we see the experience. Because I'm saying this, looking at the both teams, you know, Chiefs and Sekhukhune.
Sekhukhune tried to sign. It's just that in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, maybe to sign to maintain.
Yeah.
Because they didn't sign Abapu, so. I apologize for calling him Ndwana.
Yeah.
He's a young man called Sian Ndlovu.
Yes.
He was a player of the month as well, called the Narrows. He's a wide forward.
I like the boy.
As well. Now, if you are configuring so chair so
yes.
Okay, then these ones are not looking at me because the picture is Pirates and Sundowns.
Yes, check it
out.
Polokwane City, who do they have?
Exactly. So we're not seeing the Baba Matulu.
Yes, you know, you get there.
So we're not seeing that. So it's one thing to wish that maybe Chiefs can gate crash or maybe Sekhukhune can gate. Sekhukhune is signing because every window they do sign.
Yeah.
But they're not signing people with pedigree of winning. Maybe Lebogang Phiri can help them maintain number 3.
Yeah, that's why I said experience plays a part in this game, because you need people that they've been in the game, people that they can sit down and say, yes, we don't have a luxury like Pirates, Sundowns,
Sure.
and other teams, but with the quality that we've got, we can cause an upset. We can go look at how Cape Town Spurs they've won the league. Aberdeen Rangers.
Yep, absolutely.
Out
Out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. It's because of the experience that is there. They put things together and say, look, we can get something out of this. They're fighting amongst themselves. We keep quiet. Let me tell you something that will make you laugh. You remember how Dr. Nematendane came to be a SAFA president?
Oh, yes. Actually, that's a good story.
That's
a good story because
you
Dr. Danny Jordan and Dr. Ivan Koza
Yes.
would have been the two who had to be SAFA presidents.
Everyone was looking.
And out of nowhere, 2010, 2011,
Yes,
a different candidate.
Yes, that's how, that's where you see experience and, somebody that sit down and analyze and say, look, let me not put pressure on myself.
Compromised
Let me
candidate.
see. Yeah, let me play this. And then the right moment will come where they facing each other there. I'm also kidding. When they're going to play Sundowns and Pirates, definitely, or either one will lose or it's a draw. But when I play against, Pulugwana City, I must hit them. So that means it's a plus for me. When they get a draw, I get the 3 points. Then I'm coming closer. Again, I'm going to play against Ilonduzana Amazulu. They're going and play Derby. They get a draw against the Derby. Again, I get 3 points. Where am I?
Okay, let's wrap it up then. Last 30 seconds. Do you see those teams though? Or is the thing Leo Kulumangayo, well, they don't have experience of this situation, so they have not proven to us that they can do that. Chiefs and Skukune squeezing themselves in there.
Yeah, Mr. Q, I think it's they lack experience, and let me put it that way. They lack experience in terms of people that will guide them to say, you are in a good position. Actually,
They're not far.
you are driving a seat, but from the back.
Sure. Because
Yes, Mabati to Pasuga in that seat. You can sit in there and drive the ship.
It's a big opportunity.
Yes, the opportunity is there, but can they see that? Can somebody come and wake them up and say, wake up? Can you see that they are fighting for that for that chair? And as they're fighting, you can bypass them and get that chair. So I hope as Kukune, Coach Eric will come with that experience because he played.
Because he was, I think, in the first 9 matches, he was number 1.
Yes.
Something like that. So it was unfortunate that, about the example that you're making, Uguti, Polokwane, Amazulu, it's a pity that Amazulu will look at Sikukune as 3 points
also,
now.
Yes.
There's no fear factor.
Yes, Nati Lame, let's tell you something. So it goes to that where you need the experienced people around you, Coach Eric, to say, okay, Mamela, so if in this situation, what do you think? Then I'll say, look, we go face against Amazulu. They think we're in the very same level, but with the quality players that we've got an upper hand with them. And again, to get the position that we are in, if we get 3 points against them, we're gonna be closer to Mamelodi Sundowns, closer to Orlando Pirates. So we need to go for the kill. This is where it comes in when I said you need to select where you go for the shoot, or maybe go with your hands to go and fight, or to push, or just to stand. This is how you structure, and you put it as structure, and then you go for it.
Nice one. Thank you so much. So valuable experience needed for this type of conversation. Lovely. I enjoyed Junior Kanye's conversation with myself as well too. If you can head to that video and listen to that, because I'm asking these guys the same question, but I'm asking them different angles, different perspective, but we're going to the same place as well. On one hand, we're looking at the battle, a 2-horse battle between Sundowns and Orlando Pirates. On the other hand, we're also seeing the possibility. I'm not seeing it, but it is there mathematically because those teams are 4 points away. That's not impossible. 4 points away is 2 matches. Those two drop points in 2 matches, you are there. But I don't think that those teams are strengthening in a way that shows that they want to be ready for that eventuality. But life is life. I don't know what will happen tomorrow. By the time we get to June 2026, maybe something different will happen. For now, it's a 2-horse race between Orlando Pirates and Mamelodi Sundowns. It is iDiski TV, Times, well, sports betting.
Hola Bafethu, this is Junior Kanye. Please subscribe to iDiski TV.
This is Bongane Benedict Vilakazi, they call me Tso. Niyazi bafethu, amakhosi for life, they are back in winning ways. Please, subscribe to iDiski TV.